Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and that's right, this series, The Race, Town Hall 10, Farm to Max, racing with Klaus from Klaus Gaming continues, and today, it continues with a gold pass. Now, we are both, Klaus and myself, purchasing the gold pass for the May season on our Town Hall 10 accounts, but you know what that means for you guys? That's right, we're giving away gold passes. Klaus and I are giving away $50 worth of gift cards. The link down in the description. Make sure you check out Klaus's video as well, as today, not only do we start giving away those gift cards for gold passes for you, but today we compete in 1 hour's worth of farming to see who can gain more trophies. So if you want to see who got more, make sure you go over to Klaus's video, Galabomb the comments, and do me a favor, come back and let me know who won, because we're starting out right here at 2,210 trophies. Now the rule is no gemming armies to completing, no waking up heroes with gems. This is just using a boost and then 60 minutes of farming for trophies as fast as you can without using anything other than the boost. Now, just to show you real quick, right here, there is 8 hours and 3 minutes left in that upgrade. We are at 2,210 trophies, and we begin the search for the cups. Now, of course, I am trying to find bases that are somewhat softer. You know, I don't want a big, hard competition. If it's a dead base, that's great. I'm looking for about 30 trophies for each attack. And yes, Klaus and I both agreed that we would use similar armies. So we're both using Lunian. I am also, now here's the thing, you got to remember, we're still trying to farm. This is just a temporary, sidetrack, a detour, if you will, towards getting the Town Hall 10 maxed out. And what we're doing, competing for trophies, may slow us down a little bit, but let's also consider the fact that we're picking up some pretty good loot, and there should be some healthy league bonuses, even though we're way down in Crystal. You guys remember, I dropped down here just for Klaus. Remember, I crushed him looking for loot when I was way back up in Master League, so I still insist that if you're a Town Hall 10 and you're farming, the best place to farm is in Master 1 and Master 2. I was finding tons of loot up there, and we will eventually work our way back up. But for now, we're more concerned with the 3-star attacks right here, and this was a Town Hall 10. It was worth 26. It looked like maybe it was going to take a while to get through, but you have to remember that each of these armies, even though it's a pretty quick Lunian army, we're not training up any lava hounds, so that's not going to slow us down. It still takes like about 10 minutes or so to train up an army, and then of course we have to deal with the king, the queen, and the clan castle. You'll notice in this attack, I didn't even have the Barb King. No Barbarian King. Now he wakes up, but then we've got to wait for a clan castle. So you'll see that there is this difference between what do we want to attack as far as how hard of a base do you want to hit. Here we have no clan castle, but oops, thank you for not knowing how to play Clash of Clans since 2016. Town Hall Snipe. I'll take it. I mean, it's 7 trophies, right? We're going to use whatever method we can within the rules to try to beat Klaus. I don't think that that's against the rules. We did not say you couldn't snipe Town Halls if it happened. Now, of course, most of the bases that I found were like this. Tougher Town Hall 9s. Okay, I'm a Town Hall 10, but remember, I'm a new Town Hall 10. Okay, it's not like I'm a maxed out Town Hall 10. So these 9s, they're not gimmies. I had to make sure that we dropped our, what? That's right, spell timing and placement correctly. Made sure the freezes got good value, the rages got good value as well, and the stone slammer certainly helped out. Again, this was another attack where I didn't have a Barb King, and for a minute, it looked like we might not get the Town Hall. Luckily, the Archer Queen comes in, and then, really balloons in the clan castle. The poison spell right here worked out really well, though. Helped with the skeletons and with the balloons that were just about to crush the Archer Queen. Was that a good move? I feel like that worked out. The 300 IQ freeze spell saves the Archer Queen's life. She gets the balloons down. She's going to grab that 2nd star for the Town Hall. And then, well, it's really mostly just a race against the clock at this point. The defending Archer Queen, she's going to get wiped out momentarily. And we've got some minions cleaning up. The balloons have gone into cleanup mode as well. And honestly, I'm more concerned about just making sure the clock didn't run out on this individual attack than hurrying through the attacks. Because of the fact that we're not allowed to gem armies up immediately and gem a clan castle and wake up the heroes, there was no way that I could just non-stop attack. There was just, that wasn't a possibility, although I would like to, of course, and on other accounts I have in the past, but we have the constraints of natural progression of the camps building things up to rely upon. So yes, we did pick up the 3-star. Yes, we picked up another 32 trophies, and I gotta tell you, at this point, I'm kind of feeling like Klaus, he's gonna have a tough time catching up, because that's right. Very next base, no clan castle, only 4 spells, no freezes this time, but this is a deader than dead Town Hall 9. Now, of course, it's got the heroes, but they're pretty small heroes compared to, and I have to tell you guys this again, come on, everybody, if you're progressing through Clash of Clans, always max everything out before you go to the next Town Hall, or you will absolutely regret it. It just becomes a cascading chain of events where things just fall apart. You know, player doesn't necessarily, maybe it's just the king. They didn't get the king to max when they went to Town Hall 9. And then they go to Town Hall 10 and they didn't have the queen to max. Then they go to 11 and they didn't have their infernos to max. And then they go to 12 and yeah, you can see, you get at some point where you're just being completely overwhelmed and it's going to take you so long. But again, that's why the series that Klaus and I have both put out about Fix That Rush, he was Town Hall 10, Fix That Rush. I'm doing the Town Hall 12, Fix That Rush. Those have both been a lot of fun to do, and it's a very common problem that players face. So, speaking of problems, unfortunately, no balloons left at this point. The Bar King is down, and the Archer Queen is all alone, and she has to grab 20% of this base. Not looking good. Well, okay, the Expo's dead. Really, there's only one defense left. It's the Wizard Tower, and ideally, it would be great if the Archer Queen could get to the Wizard Tower before the minion does, so that the minion, or is that 2 minions? The 2 minions can help out, right? We can work to, oh no, there's the air defense in. All right, so it's up to the Archer Queen all by herself. She's at 90% damage right here. Where's she going? Oh, come on. Okay, fine. She's gonna go there, and then she's eventually gonna get through this gold mine and get through the wall, right? We got plenty of time. We had over a minute left, and again, I'm not super rushed at this point. I realize, hey, I need to wait for the next army to train up anyway, so let's be patient. I also did not want to hit the Archer Queen's ability, if I could avoid it, before she gets to the Wizard Tower, because of course the splash damage from the Wizard Tower would pulverize my poor little archers. So we wait a little bit longer, and the Archer Queen comes in, takes down the Wizard Tower, and now we can unleash the, not hounds, they're just archers, unleash the archers and pick up the 3-star. Or eventually, at some point, get through another layer of walls and do it. But hey, now that we have this moment just to talk, you and I, to hang out, hey, I need your suggestions for future challenges between Klaus and myself. We did the biggest gold raid. We did the most elixir in an hour. We did the most dark elixir in an hour. And if you recall, I did win both of those, just saying. And now we're doing trophies. I would anticipate that we'll have a trophy rematch after this, win or lose. It would be nice to see if we could maybe even go best 2 out of 3. But beyond that, what do we do next, you guys? What would you like to see? I'll tell you right now that I am working on upgrading hogs and miners on this Town Hall 10. I believe I might already have hogs maxed out for Town Hall 10, and I will work on miners next, because I've always wanted to farm with miners, and Klaus and other people say it's a really good strategy, but I've personally never had the opportunity or the ability to farm with miners. Obviously not the need at my maxed out Town Hall 12, but maybe on my rush Town Hall 12 as well. So farming with miners and heal definitely in the future. And I was even thinking that it might be fun to go with opposing farming armies, like miners versus Valks, or hogs versus miners, or hogs versus Valks, or a round robin between all three. I don't know. Again, hoping for your input, your suggestions on what you think is the best way to progress these Town Hall 10s, because obviously, eventually, we want to get them to max. Because as you might have seen in my previous episodes, I am working on a project where I am trying to max out every single town hall. That's right, I want 13, well 12 technically, different accounts, each one maxed out at a different town hall level, and yes, that includes Town Hall 13. When is Town Hall 13 coming? I don't know. I don't know, but again, like I've said in other videos, if I had to predict, I'm thinking early 2020. I don't think that we would see it before then, but again, I don't know. If I did know and I couldn't tell you, I would tell you. I mean, I would tell you if I couldn't. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's move on. We got another 31 trophies, so pretty solid. Pretty much every raid right here is for 3 stars, is for 30 plus trophies, and that's one of the reasons that I thought things were going pretty well during this hour. I mean, I wasn't failing. Every single time I dropped to hit a Town Hall 9, even one like this, I was ready. I had all of my spells ready to go if it was a live base. And this was one of the things. I had to be careful. If I don't have one or both heroes, I don't have the siege machine, or maybe I'm short on spells, then I don't want to go after a max base or a very hard base. And if I do, then I can go after slightly harder bases. Yes, I realize that 12 wall breakers was overkill. And I know you're also saying, Galadon, why do you bring wall breakers to an air raid? And I'll tell you why, okay? It's because sometimes you've got to get through those interior walls to get the town hall, especially when you're going after trophies and the town hall is critical. Remember, even if you're not going after trophies, the dark elixir storage is almost always in the same compartment as the town hall when people design bases, especially around town hall 9 or 10. So you want to get into the interior, and yes, I realize in most cases it's not necessary, but hey, why not have it as an insurance policy? It's not that much troop space to bring 3 or 6 or even 9 wall breakers and make sure that you don't have that interior wall fail. Because remember, balloons only target defenses until every defense is down. Town halls 9, 10, 11 are not weaponized, so the balloons will move right on by, and unless you're grabbing it with splash damage from the balloons, the minions, let's just admit it, okay? Don't tell the minions, but they're kind of wimpy. They're not going to do a great job at taking out town halls, especially if there's any defense in the area still alive. So again, moving on, and I gotta tell you, I found a lot of bases without looking too hard. I mean, it was pretty fast. These 30 plus trophy Town Hall 9s kept popping up on my screen, keeping the sweeper. The air defense frozen on the far side of the base worked out pretty well. The balloons got on top of everything. The minions in behind to clean up, and then the heroes, just to kind of insurance policy, get in there and clear everything else up, make things go a little bit more quickly. Even, yes, that's right, wall breakers, they're going to help out a little bit, get into these walls again. So I'm telling you, don't make me repeat myself. Wall breakers in a Lunian raid, it's a great thing to do. All right, I'm standing by my decision to bring the old WBs. And here we go. Look at this. Oh man, complete overrun. Didn't even need the heroes, but again, we sped things up a little bit by bringing the heroes. And the loot, I would normally pass a base like this, but my general rule for this competition has been take anything that I feel I can 3-star that's 30 trophies or more. And then there were, I think during the hour, I found 3 bases where I could snipe the town hall. And luckily, just barely out of range of that expo. Thank you so much, Hachiko, for setting your expo to ground and air rather than ground only. There, finally, it is going to turn around, but the Archer Queen just out of range of the expo, and this was pretty good, 23. So we should pick up about 8 trophies. Okay, fine, 7 trophies, but okay, that's the end of it. The hour is over. The final trophy count, 2,493. And again, make sure you check out Klaus's video and tell me who won. You can, again, check the time right here. An hour has passed on the upgrade of that elixir pump. So that tells you that it was 1 hour precisely that I was farming, and we did, I don't know. I feel like this was a good number for considering what we had to work with, the fact that we could only go with the boosted numbers. We started at 2,210. We ended at 2,493 for a total trophy gain of 283. Now, thank you guys for watching, but get on over to Klaus's channel. And while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know you're subbed over here, right? Sub over there, Galabomb in his comments, and I'm okay with whoever won. Go ahead and rub it in. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the episode. Part 2 coming up. If I lost, I will get revenge. And we will get that revenge live on Facebook Gaming, so check me out there. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Blizzard first in the comments. Be kind to people, animals, on the planet. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon! Galadon, I guarantee you lost. You lost.